our revision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go. First question. Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Yes, I think
Yes,
it's
I think
important
it's
to be
important
positive
to
about
be
life
positive
and full of
about
hope
life and full of hope
of for the future.
for the future.
Very good. Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Yes, I
Yes,
hope
I
the
hope
weather
the weather
will be
will
sunny
be
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Very good. Do you believe everything people tell you? Do you believe everything people tell you? No, I don't
No,
believe
don't believe
everything people
everything
tell me.
people tell
Some
me.
things I believe,
Some
and
I
some
believe
things I
and some
disbelieve.
believe.
Very good. Do you believe there is life on other planets? Do you believe there is life on other planets? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
believe
believe
there
there
is
is
life on
other
other planets.
there
Very
is a
good.
life on other planets.
Very good. Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I,
believe
it
it's
will be
possible.
possible in the
Oh,
future
it will be possible in the
for
future
people to live until they're 200 years
until
old.
100 years old.
Very good. Okay. What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? The difference between to do the
Between
shopping and to go
to do the
shopping
shopping and to
is
go
that
to
to do
shopping
the
is that
shopping
to
means
do the
to buy
shopping
the
means
things
to
that
buy
are
things
necessary for
that
the
are
house,
necessary for
such
the
as
house,
food, etc.
as food, etc.
Whereas to go shopping
Whereas
means
to go
to
shopping
visit
means
shops
to
generally.
visit shops to get
Generally. To visit
generally
shops generally.
to visit shops generally.
Yeah, just like window shopping. Okay, next. When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? Yes or no?
Yes,
When I
I
do the
go
shopping,
when I do the
I make a
shopping,
list
I make
before
a list
going to the supermarket.
before going to the supermarket.
Like, do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
sometimes
go
go shopping
sometimes
and come
shopping
home with
and
nothing.
with nothing.
Like, do people generally smile when they're unhappy? Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? No. People don't
No,
generally
people don't
smile when they're
really smile
unhappy.
when they're unhappy.
Like, does good news put a smile on your face? Does good news put a smile on your face? Yes. Good
Yes,
news
good news.
puts a smile on my
A
face.
smile on my face.
Very good. Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Yes or no?
Yes, I have to pay a tax uh,
When I
buy
buy a
a
foreign car
foreign
to the
car
government.
to the government.
Very good. Okay, next. What are the three forms of an English verb? What are the three forms of an English verb? The three
The
forms of
three
an
forms
English verb
of
are
an
the
English
present,
verb
the
are the
past,
present,
and the past
past,
participle.
and first participle.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. See, saw, seen.
Sing through sing.
I see him every week.
I see him every
I
week.
saw him last week.
I saw him last
I
week.
have seen him this week.
I have seen him this week.
Very good. What are the three forms of kill? What are the three forms of kill? The three
The
forms of
three forms
kill
of
are
kill
kill, killed, killed.
are killed, killed.
Well, what are the three forms of put? What are the three forms of put? The three forms of put are put,
Put
put,
it
put.
are put.
Wait, what are the three forms of come? What are the three forms of come? The three
The
forms of come are
is
come, are,
are
come, came,
are
come.
can
Very good. What are the three forms of give? What are the three forms of give? The three forms
the
of
three
give
forms
are give, gave, given.
the
Of
three forms of give
give are
are
give,
give,
gave.
gave, given.
Very good. Okay. Which do you prefer, cats or dogs? Which do you prefer, cats or dogs? I prefer
I prefer cats.
two dogs.
Two dogs.
Very good. What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? The result of
The
putting a
result
cat
of
and a dog
cat and
together
dog
is
together
often a lot of noise.
of noise.
Very good. Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Yes. People in my
Yes,
country
people in
think
my country
it's lucky
think
to see a
lucky
black cat.
to see a black cat.
Very good. Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I sometimes
sometimes destroy
destroy
documents that I
documents when
receive from my bank.
I
From
that
my
I
bank.
receive from my
Very
bank.
good. One more. Yes, I sometimes
Yes,
destroy
sometimes
documents that I
documents
receive from my
I
bank.
receive from my bank.
Can a fire destroy a building? Can a fire destroy a building? Yes, a
Yes,
fire can
a
destroy
fire
a
can
building.
destroy a building.
Very good. What's the past participle of the verb to be? What's the past participle of the verb to be? The past
The past
participle of the verb
participle
to be
of the verb to
is
be
been.
is been.
Have you been to the cinema this week? Have you been to the cinema this week? Yes or no?
No, I have not
I haven't
been to
the
a
cinema this week.
cinema this week. The
Very
cinema?
good. The cinema.
The cinema
Uh-huh.
this week.
That's correct. Very good. One more. No, I have not
No, I
been to
have
the
not
cinema
been to
this
the
week.
cinema this week.
Wait, have you ever been to Scotland? Have you ever been to Scotland? Yes or no?
No, I
I've
haven't
never
been
I've
to,
never
oh,
been
I never been
to
to
Scotland.
Scotland.
Very good. Have you been to see the film Titanic? Have you been to see the film Titanic? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I've
have been to
been to see
see
the film Titanic.
the film Titanic.
Very good. What's a crime? What's a crime? A crime is an action
Crime is
which is
an
against the
action which
law.
is the rule.
Very good. If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? Yes. If you
Yes,
take
if you
something
take
from a shop
something
without
from a
paying,
shop without
you're
paying,
guilty of a crime.
or guilty for the crime.
Right? What's the opposite of guilty? What's the opposite of guilty? The opposite
The
of
opposite
guilty
of,
is
uh,
innocent.
uh, the opposite of
Guilty
guilty is
is innocent.
innocent.
Very good. Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I always
always
feel guilty
feel
when
guilty
I
when I
do
do
something wrong.
something very wrong.
Very good. Is there very much crime in the town where you live? Is there very much crime in the town where you live? Yes or no?
No, there
There is
isn't
very much
very
crime
much
in the
crime in
town where
my
I live.
in the town where I live.
Very good. Okay. Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Yes, we use
Yes,
the
yes,
present
we
perfect
have
to talk about
special person to talk about
our experiences.
experiences.
Have you eaten Spanish food? Have you eaten Spanish food? Yes or no?
We have
Eaten. I have
I have
eaten
eaten
Spanish food.
Spanish food.
Have you visited Paris? Have you visited Paris? Yes or no?
No, I
I have
haven't been
visited
to Paris.
Paris. Have you ever worked on a farm? Have you ever worked on a farm? Yes or no?
No, I haven't worked on a farm.
Very good. Okay. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Yes. We also
Yes, we
use the
also
present
use
perfect
the present
to
perfect
talk
to
about
talk
the
about
duration of
the
an action
duration
up
of
to
an
now.
action up to now.
For how long have you lived in your city? How long have you lived in your city? I have lived in this
I have
city
lived
for,
in this city for 6 years.
very good. Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Yes, I
Yes,
have studied
I have
English for more than
English
6 months.
for more than 6 months.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work.
Mhm.
Let's continue new work on this one. Okay. Very good. Listen. Number three, we can also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action. For example, I have eaten too much means that I feel bad now. She has arrived means that she is here now. Okay, let's practice. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Yes, we also
Yes.
use the present
Also, use
perfect
the present
to
perfect
talk about
to
the
talk
result
about
now
the
of
now
a past
in
action.
over past action.
Have you eaten too much today? Have you eaten too much today? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't
eaten
eaten
too
too
much
much
today.
today.
Has everybody come to the lesson today? Has everybody come to the lesson today? Yes or no? Yes,
No,
everybody. No, no.
yes, if
Okay, which one? Yes
yes,
or no? Yes, everybody has
yes,
come
everybody has
to the
come
lesson today.
to the lesson
Yeah,
today.
like you, me, Mr. Brown, and this girl. Oh, we're complete. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Too many,
Too many,
too much,
too much,
excessive.
excessive.
Very good. Okay, listen. Excessive is an adjective. It means much more than necessary. Excessive. Too many and too much are adverbs. Too many and too much means an excessive number or quantity, and therefore not a good thing. We use too many and too much with nouns, but with adjectives and adverbs, we only use the word too. For example, for nouns, we say too many cars or too much food, but with adjective, we just say too short or too quickly, too hot. Very good. Let's practice. What do too many and too much mean? What do too many and too much mean? Too many and too
Too
much
many
mean
and too much
an
means
excessive
an
number or
excessive
quantity,
number or
and
quantity,
therefore not a good
and
thing.
therefore not a good thing.
Wait, do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Yes, children
Yes,
feel ill
children
if they
feel
eat
ill
too many
if
sweets.
they eat too many sweets.
Wait, do you agree there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat? Do you agree there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat? Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
I
There are
agree.
too many
There are
people in the
too
world
many people in
with
the
too
world
little food to eat.
with no food to eat.
Very good. Are you too short to touch the ceiling? Are you too short to touch the ceiling? Yes, I'm too
Yes,
short
I'm too
to
short
touch the
to
ceiling.
touch eating.
Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think
Muriel there.
I
I
think a
think
millionaire
Muriel
has too much money.
too much money to
Very
use.
good. Okay, next listen. We can also use the words too much after a verb. For example, if I eat too much, I feel bad. Yeah, let's practice. If people eat too much, do they feel bad? If people eat too much, do they feel bad? Yes. If
Yes,
people
if
eat too
people
much,
eat too
they
much,
feel
they
bad.
feel bad.
If you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? If you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? Yes. If I
Yes,
work too
if I
much,
work too
I
much,
feel
I feel
tired all the time.
all the time.
Very good. Next, repeat age.
Age,
Marry.
marry,
Get married.
get married.
Very good. Okay, listen. Age is a noun. Okay, so age means the number of years someone has lived in this world. Age. For example, I'm 20, and no, I'm not 20. I'm 43 years old. My age is 43. Marry is a verb. If we marry someone, we become their husband or wife. To get married means to marry someone. Okay, for example, Mr. Brown's wife is Mrs. Brown. He married Mrs. Brown. Mr. Brown got married to Mrs. Brown. In my country, most people get married at the age of 30 and above. Let's practice. At what age did you begin school? At what age did you begin school? I began school
I began
at the
school
age
at
of
age of 6.
6. Very good. Which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? Which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? I think the best
I
age
think
for
the
a
best
person
age
to get
for
married
a person to get
is
married
about
is 20. about 20.
20. Very good. Which do you think was the best age in history to live in? Which do you think was the best age in history to live in? I think,
I think
like,
the best age to live
in history
is
is
in history is now,
now modern age. Modern.
modern age.
Very good. You don't like the dinosaur
Oh,
age. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Dinosaur age is like dangerous. Okay, next. Do people sometimes marry too young? Do people sometimes marry too young? Yes, people
Yes,
sometimes
people
marry too
sometimes
young.
marry too young.
Very good. Next, repeat average.
Average.
Very good. Okay, listen. Average is an adjective. For example, in my country, most people work for about 8 hours every day. Or we can say the average number of hours that people work in my country is about 8 hours every day. Let's practice. How much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? How much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? The average meal
The
cost.
average
About
meal cost about
like
1,000 yen
in the average restaurant
in the
in the
average
place where
restaurant
I live.
in the place where I live.
Very good. What's the average number of hours a day that people work in your country? What's the average number of hours a day that people work in your country? The average number of
Average
hours a day
of
that people
hours
work in
a
my
day that
country
people work
is
in my
about
country is about 8 hours.
about how many floors has the average building in your street got? About how many floors has the average building in your street got? The average building
The
in my
average
street
building
got
in my
about
street got about two
two
floors.
floors. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Thick,
Thick,
thin.
thin.
Very good. Okay, listen. Thick is an adjective. For example, this book is thick. Thin is also an adjective. It's the opposite of thick. For example, this piece of paper is thin. Okay, let's practice. Is this piece of paper thick? Is this piece of paper thick? No, that piece of
No,
paper
the piece
isn't
of
thick.
paper isn't
It's thin.
thick. It's thick.
Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? No, my book
No,
isn't
my
thinner
book
than
isn't
the glass in the
thinner than
window.
the glass
It's
window.
thicker.
It's thicker.
Very good. Next, repeat. Big,
Big,
little.
little.
Very good. Okay, listen. Big and little are both adjectives. Instead of the words large and small, we can use the words big and little. Okay, let's practice. What words can we use instead of the words large and small? What words can we use instead of the words large and small? We can use the
We
words
can use
big
the
and
word
little
big
instead
and
of the
little
words
instead
large
of
and small.
large and small.
Very good. Okay, now let's move on to reading.
Hmm.
Very good. Okay, so our reading is at stage 3. Okay, paragraph page 183. Last, last headword was smoke. Okay, start with headword wait. Stage 3, page 183. Start with wait. Yeah, after smoke, cigarette, ashtray, wait.
Okay.
Mhm.
If you arrive too early at the station, what must you do? If I arrive too early at the station, I must wait for the train. You like waiting? No, I don't like waiting. I dislike waiting. If you arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, how long must you wait for the lesson to begin? If I arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, I must wait 10 minutes for the lesson to begin. It is pleasant to wait for Is it pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain? No, it isn't pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain. It's unpleasant. Ever? Never. The word ever is positive and is generally used in questions, whilst the word never is negative. What's the difference between the words ever and never? The difference between the words ever and never is that the word ever is positive and is generally used in questions, whilst the word never is negative. Does it ever snow in the south of Italy in summer? No, it never snows in the south of Italy in summer. Do you ever come here on Sunday? No, I never come here on Sunday. Does the sun ever shine during the night? No, the sun never shines during the night. Is Christmas ever on the
21st.
21st of December? No, Christmas is never on the 21st of December. It's always on the 25th of December. Square, circle. What's this? It's a square. What's this? It's a circle. Square, round. The square is square, but the circle is round. Is the face of my watch square? No, the face of your watch isn't square. It's round. How many pictures are there around these walls? There are 3 pictures around 3 walls.
These walls.
Oh, these walls. Does she walk around the classroom during the lesson? No, she doesn't walk around the classroom during the lesson. She sits on her chair.
Mhm.
Take note. What I'm doing. You're shaking your pen. Do you always shake hands with your friends every time you see them? No, I don't always shake hands with my friends every time I see them. What I'm doing? You're nodding your head. Do we nod our heads when we say no? No, we don't nod to our heads when we say no. We
Very,
shake our head when we say no.
very good. Okay, so we stop there for